Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video all about what you need to hear today, and whatever one you feel drawn to is what you need to hear. So tune into your intuition, or what one stands out to you the most, go with that. The timestamps will be below in the description to jump ahead to your reading. Pile number 1 we have the amethyst, pile number 2 we have the aura quartz, pile number 3 we have the clear quartz, and pile number 4 we have the carnelian. Pile 1, if you chose the amethyst, then this is going to be your reading, all about what it is you need to hear. Let's get out your indicator card. You chose the Moonology deck by Yasmin Boland. Just get 2 cards. There we go. Oh, that's 3. Okay, we'll go with that. Last quarter moon in Libra, make time for self-love. New moon in Taurus, know your worth. And new moon in Scorpio, go deeper. Okay. Pile number 1, know your worth and make time for self-love. I think this is a time for deep self-reflection and loving yourself. When you know your worth and you make time for that self-love and you go deeper within yourself to figure out, who am I? What do I want to attract into my life? What is my level of acceptance? What am I accepting for myself? When we really reflect on that and go deep into the chamber of our mind, we can become aware of what it is we are attracting into our life based on how we think of ourselves. Let's get some tarot cards for you. Going on at the moment, what do you need to hear? What card wants to come out? So Death, 5 of Cups, the Devil, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Star. Okay, wow. You have 3 major arcana cards, so I think there's a big shift happening right now in your life, pile number 1. I know seeing the Death and the Devil in the same reading can be a bit like, ugh. But fear not. Death is all about rebirth, and I feel like there's something big transforming in your life, which is why it is important for you right now to look within, to self-reflect, to think about, okay, if I'm transforming and going through this phase in life, what is it that I want to bring into the next phase of my life? Because this is a big change. You are moving on from something, or something is completing or releasing something, and you're starting something fresh. So it does feel like a death, because you are like mourning an old chapter of your life, whether this is something you want to let go of or not, and you are starting something fresh. Then we have the 5 of Cups, which is all about feeling a little bit disappointed. So for you, pile number 1, there might be something that you have to transform out of, that you're like, I don't really want to transform out of this, but there's this feeling of like there's no choice. Feeling like there's like a little bit of disappointment and a little bit of grief. The energy I get from the 5 of Cups because of this image is that like the cups behind her are standing up, and the cups that are beside her that she can perhaps see are falling over. So it's like there's this idea that the cups that everybody else has you view as like, oh, they stand up properly like they're meant to, and mine just keep falling down. So that's the energy I get from the 5 of Cups, and feeling discontented with your own life, and then seeing that other people have it quote unquote better. So I think with this card, tarot is kind of saying, stop looking at other people's lives and comparing your life to theirs. Because if you watch like vloggers on YouTube, or you follow, TikTok stars that seem to have a really put together life, and you compare whether this is on social media or in real life, you compare your low points in life to other people's highlights, because we only see their highlight reels. So if you were to make a highlight reel of your life, I can guarantee you it would look really cool as well. The Devil is letting go of toxic behaviors. So when you think of, obviously, the story of the devil is like the devil tries to entice you into all of these bad things. It doesn't necessarily mean you're like in a bad way. with life or anything like that. It just means that there might be some bad habits that you have that it is time to let go of. The devil in the image has slaves chained to him, but in the original Rider-Waite-Smith card, the chains are really loose around the necks of the slaves, so they have the ability to take the chains off at any time they want to and walk away, and that's the message that comes up in the devil. So I feel like this transformation, it's something that is in your hands, that you have the power to walk away from, but it's hard because something is holding you there, which is the energy of the devil. Moving on, then we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a fantastic card, especially after these three cards, which I feel like is the, you know, the hard transformation part. The Ace of Pentacles is all about the new beginning. It's an offer for a fresh start, a new job, a new house, a new something in your material world, because the Pentacles is all about your money, your physical world, you know, the things you can touch, your housing, your anything in the physical world. Something new is coming to you in this way. And it can also indicate that you are going to have like a raise in your finances. Then we have the Star, which again, after these three cards, is pretty amazing, because the Star is all about the potential you have, the hope you have, healing, and feeling like you can reach new heights. It's that feeling of renewal and just feeling like, oh my gosh, I finally feel like I have a purpose, I can really see my path, and feeling like, you know, you are the star of your life. And coming back to these three major cards of, there was a major theme of like going deep into yourself, seeing your worth, and practicing that self-love. Becoming the star of your own life is the huge message that's coming through here. I'm going to pull some more tarot cards. I actually went to an aura reading last week and she did my tarot cards, and she said that she always uses another deck of tarot to see if any of the same cards come out, because it's like a clarifier. I found that really cool. So let's give it a go. We've got the Queen of Wands, the Chariot. I love the colours in these too, they're very similar. Sorry, I don't know if you can see that. Let's move these up. Queen of Wands, the Chariot. We have the Three of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Magician. These are all amazing cards. The colours are so similar, and those, like, look, your main crystal is the amethyst, and you've got those purple hues through that middle. And you've got the greens. Let's unpack this. The Queen of Wands is a vibrant person. She's the person that, like, you walk into the room and it's like, wow, I want to be around you. You're so, like, full of life and fun and passion, and you seem really, like, genuinely interested in what everybody has to say. There's just this, like, breath of fresh air when it comes to someone who's the Queen of Wands. You become a magnetic person when you love yourself, when you think of yourself worthy, because you're not thinking those, like, diminishing thoughts of, like, oh, I don't know if that person, did they just agree with what I said, or, like, do they like me? You know, when you're thinking those kind of thoughts, your vibration is low. You're not going to be magnetic to others. When your vibration is high, you're thinking things like, oh, I'm so interested in what they're saying. You know, you don't have those thoughts clouding the situation you're in, because you're really content with who you are. You're really content with what it is you have to say, and therefore you can, like, listen to others and really be there for the reality of the situation. The Chariot is, I like to think of it as, like, you know, when the horses in horse racing have those blinkers on and they can't see, like, to their side. It's that willpower to achieve something. It's gunning for the end line. And see the speed in this card, like, the cart is going very quickly, and the black and white horse in this situation is like a symbol for two opposing forces coming together to achieve the same goal. Yeah, I feel like there's something in your life, pile number one, where you are working hard and fast towards something, there's nothing that can kind of deter you from where it is you're headed, if that makes any sense for you. The Three of Cups is all about bonding with sisterhood, friendships, and making time and space for people in your life that really love you. So this could be an indication, especially because it came out over the Devil, of like decluttering friendships that are not for you, that really make you feel down, that kind of bring out that energy of like, oh, do they like what I'm saying? Do they even like know who I am? Am I like in the right friendship circles? If that's something that comes up for you, this is the sign to declutter those friendships and make space for relationships and vibes and friendships that are gonna make you feel in your Queen of Wands energy. The Ten of Pentacles is all about family, legacies, and kind of having like enough wealth, not just for yourself in this lifetime, but for your next generations. And coming out under the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like there's something that's coming up in your life, pile number one, that is going to give you the opportunity to achieve this. So keep an eye out for that. And this could be why the universe is giving you this hard transformation. This could be like transforming out of a really toxic job that you kind of like enough to stay, but you keep giving it a reason to like, you know, I'll just stay because of this reason and this reason. But you're actually blocking yourself from achieving this kind of life for yourself and for your family. So when we go through transformations at the time, it feels incredibly uncomfortable, but know that it is for the higher purpose. And the Magician. The Magician coming out under the Star, I just want to say, is pretty amazing, because the Star is all about having fresh hope and this unwavering knowing within you that you are going to make it to the finishing line, to your end goal, knowing that it's going to happen, knowing that no matter what testaments you go through is actually bringing you closer. So I can feel like that energy coming for you. And the Magician is all about being able to create whatever it is, like being in that phase of life where creating is second nature to you, and you can just kind of not click your fingers and it arrives for you, but you are in a time in your life where whatever it is you want to create, you can bring to fruition. I love the Magician. Strength. In the Strength card, be resilient, be strong when you're going through these transformations, when something is kind of shedding from you. Even if it's something we do want to shed, it still can be quite uncomfortable, because when we start a new path or we go down a new journey, it can be very terrifying because it's all new and it's out of our routine and it's out of our comfort zone. Have the strength to keep going, to be resilient, to shed those layers, and have the strength to really look into what it is you value about yourself, and to look at yourself with the eyes of love. Treat yourself as you would your friend, your child. One of my friends said to me this week, an easy way to like stand up for yourself, whether this is at work, in a relationship, with friends, is by looking at yourself as if you are standing up for your own child or standing up for a good friend of yours. If you look at yourself as if you are standing up for one of those people, you can have the strength to do these things. Just to recap for you, pile number one, this is a time for you to really transform, to stop comparing yourself to others in a negative way, to get out of that negative mind space. You are transforming into this person who sees themselves highly, who knows that they deserve that Ten of Pentacles, that knows that they deserve really good friends in their lives, that has hope and unwavering faith that what they want to achieve in this lifetime is completely possible, because you are taking on that Magician, that Star energy, that Queen of Wands energy, the Ten of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Three of Cups. These are all beautiful cards, and the Ace of Pentacles. And you have the strength, you have what it takes to get to these places. I'd love for you to drop down to the comments and leave the emoji of the stars. Because we have the star, we have the stars and those Three of Cups, and you chose the Moonology deck, which has lots of little stars in the backgrounds of their imagery. So yeah, if you enjoyed this reading, give it a like, subscribe. I upload videos regularly. Hope to see you again. Bye. Hello my pile number 2s. If you chose the oracles, and this is going to be your reading all about what it is you need to hear right now. Let's get a couple of signifiers for you. That one wants to come out. We are using for you the Bloom Oracle deck by Dreamy Moons. This one is a beautiful deck. Let's see what else we get for you. Like those two want to come out. We have spring, new beginnings. You are in the southern hemisphere, we are going into spring. Open heart, feel it all. Cactus, adapt and thrive. New beginnings, you are going into this fresh, new, abundant, because when you think of the spring, I think of abundance, like all the blooms coming out, like things finally coming to a fruition. A new path kind of opening for you. Open heart. Feeling the word open is a very like big word for you, pile number 2. Open heart, feel it all. Be open to all of your opportunities. Be open, have open body language. When I say open body language, I mean like having your chest out, not hunching over, being like having your shoulders back, being open and really breathing in that fresh air. Adapt and thrive. When we adapt to our new opportunities, we are going to thrive. Let's see what tarot cards we get for you, my pile number 2s. Oh, we have the Knight of Pentacles first off the bat. We have the Sun. We have the 2 of Pentacles. We have the Tower. Oh, that was too wild. We just want one more. Please, tarot. Just one more. Oh, it's taking out. What have we got? And we have the 6 of Wands. Alright. The Knight of Pentacles is a very practical, moving man. You are going into this new, fresh beginning and you are kind of moving at a very practical speed. The Knight of Pentacles gives Virgo energy, that steady kind of routine, that liking something done the way it's supposed to be done. It's this reliable energy. So I feel like there's something that you are like adapting to that's new and that feels so promising, and like that spring is that a lovely feeling. You've just come out of the winter and you're like, oh, this is so beautiful, and you have this kind of steady, you know, when you've done a spring clean and you're like, right, I've got this routine, I'm in this like really zen place. It's like sitting on the porch, being in the sun and feeling that like still a little bit of fresh air, but having that sun on your face. We have the sun there and having that nice routine. So I'm feeling like maybe you have a new morning routine going on, because obviously a beginning signifies like the early morning. We have the sun. So yeah, maybe you have like a new morning routine happening, or maybe this is something that would be really good for you to implement. Then yeah, the sun is all about really positive things coming into our lives, feeling really happy with where you are and like having a positive outcome, being really optimistic. So the mind frame you have right now is really optimistic. 2 of Pentacles is finding balance. So I feel like you might be multitasking at something. You might be multitasking something, but you have this nice feeling of balance because you have that sturdy kind of Virgo energy of routine and knowing that one thing is being done and then the next thing is being done, and you still have that nice fine balance, which can be really difficult to achieve. But I feel like at this point in your life, pile number 2, you have got that down packed. We have the Tower, which the Tower really heavily depends on the cards around it. You have got very, very positive cards, pile number 2. So I feel like there is a very positive change that is happening to your life. the Tower is not necessarily about change that comes from within us, but change that happens to us. And it's something very positive being around the Sun, the Six of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and that kind of spring energy. So I feel like though the Tower can be destructive and a little bit like uncomfortable feeling because it's change we weren't perceiving, that we weren't expecting, it's very good change. So there's some sort of upheaval that while you're going through it, you're like, wow, this is amazing. I feel so much better that this change is happening. So be aware that there is, if not already, a change coming. The Six of Wands is all about this kind of recognition, this success, this feeling achieved, this feeling like people are really seeing the work you've been putting in and really kind of praising you on your efforts and really being like, wow, you've done really well, look at how far you've come. So not only are you feeling good within yourself for like getting to this level of like feeling like you've achieved things, like you've got this system down packed, like you're in a really good place in your life, other people are seeing it too and they're like, wow, like can you give me a slice of that? Like how do you achieve that? You are thriving. So yeah, you are in a very thriving era. Pile number 2, that's all I can say around that. Let's get some more tarot cards to further. Queen of Pentacles, that came out very quickly. Queen of Pentacles is amazing because you've got heavy Pentacles energy. Like, I mean, you've only got 2 Pentacles cards, but because you had the Knight and the 2 of Pentacles, that like balanced, proper, like routine energy. The Queen of Pentacles is the Queen of the Pentacles. She knows how to best balance her time to like her resources. She knows how to manage her physical life, her finances, to best support her, to make her thrive. And you are in this era. That's amazing that that came out for you, because that's kind of just building on what I've been saying. And it's that spring energy too, because when you think of the earth growing, like you think of like new buds in spring, like that. She's even got buds on these little sticks coming out of her head. That is your era. Let's see what else we have. Three of Swords. Well, the not expecting that. So as you can see, the Three of Swords is a pretty painful card. So there may be something, pile number 2, that has happened to you in the past that has really, really wounded you. Maybe this is why people are like seeing like, okay, wow, how did you move and heal and get to this place where you are when this was you not long ago? People are like, wow, okay, how'd you do that? Like, I want to be able to know how to be resilient and get myself through hard times too. So what else we have? King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles was literally like the pair, the Queen and King of Pentacles. Maybe for you, this is like, I was kind of feeling this with the Knight. It may be about a person in your life that gives you this energy, that really gives you that like routine, steady energy that makes you feel really grounded and secure. Because we do have the King and Queen, it's like you two work together to like balance each other's lives, especially it's come out over the Two of Pentacles. But that's just a message coming through that might not apply. That just could be the fact that you are so grounded and so in your Virgo era that this card has come out for you again to further clarify. You are in a good place in your physical world, which your physical world is kind of shaped by our mind frame, by how we perceive the world. So when you are doing those things like having a good morning routine, and it gets you in a very good mind space, like mind over matter, but also matter over mind, because when you have your physical environment serving you, it gives you a clear mind. So is it the chicken or the egg? Clear space, clear mind, or clear mind, clear space. I don't know. We have the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles is all about being so proud of your achievements. Look at her like hanging up another achievement and being like, yes, I did that. That was all me. And like, look how proud she is of herself. So I feel like there are things you've achieved that really help you get through these periods in your life. Pile number 2. We have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, the Five of Pentacles coming out is interesting. You have so many Pentacles cards, may I add. This Five of Pentacles is this feeling of lack, which obviously we're human. Even when we are in a really good place in our lives, we go through these phases where we're like, oh, I feel like I'm lacking this, or I feel like I'm lacking that. And the Pentacles being the ruler of our physical environment, our material world, our finances, can indicate that you feel like you don't have your finances set or your physical environment set. But this is very contradictory to all of the other Pentacles cards you have, because you have such strong like King, Queen, Knight too. I don't feel like this is actually a problem for you, because you have got such positive Pentacles cards. I feel like there may be something in your life where you feel like it's lacking. It's like this past version of you where the Three of Swords existed, like where you felt like it was the winter, because the Five of Pentacles gives winter, it gives scarcity, it gives like trees with no leaves, it gives like that kind of being out in the cold energy, like she's locked out of her own house in the cold. And there's this part of you, I feel like deep within, that feels like, oh, this is who I am. Tarot is here to be like, no bitch, like this does not define who we are. Whatever system you've created to get yourself up to be in that Queen and King of Pentacles energy, to have that Nine of Pentacles, this pulls you out. It becomes part of your identity when you practice this so much. And I feel like you look back and you're like, wow, I have come so far. That's what the Nine of Pentacles gives, like looking at all your achievements. And I feel like this coming out next to the Nine of Pentacles is like, this is where you were. And it's like you're looking back and being like, wow. Especially it's come out like by the Six of Wands, which is feeling victory, feeling like people are looking at you and being like, wow, she's triumphed, she's achieved. It says public recognition. And the Tower coming up too is this big thing that's happened, some sort of change that's happened to you where you've adapted, because we have that adapt card in your signifier. And now you are thriving. You are feeling really open. You don't have that, you know what I was saying about body language? You don't have that closed off body language anymore. You have that like open body language where you're, you know, looking up at life, not looking down. That's a strong message coming through for you, pile number 2. What last message do we need for pile number 2? Emotion. Cucumber. Okay. Your emotions are having a fresh start. They are awakening. They're having a new beginning. And this is not to say that like, oh, okay, it's a one and done. Like I'm never going to feel this way ever again in my life because, oh, that was the past and this is the future. Obviously, emotions are like a never-ending scale. Like in one day you can feel several emotions, more than several emotions. Probably millions. Overall, you know, when you really look back on your week and you're like, okay, was this a happy week? Was this a successful week? Or was this like a really low week where I felt really down and really Five of Pentacles, Three of Swords? You are becoming very aware, pile number 2, of your emotions and how that affects your life. And if you let your emotions kind of rule your routine, then you're not gonna get to that Queen of Pentacles energy. It's that like adapting to the situation you're in and deciding to thrive regardless of what's happening. Allowing yourself to be in your emotion, obviously, but not letting it rule your entire life, if that makes any sense. You are harnessing the power to balance yourself emotionally, to move forward with that Virgo energy who puts ahead routine and practical world things. And this is ultimately leading you to feeling really happy, to being so resilient. People are seeing it within you because we've got that Six of Wands energy there, and it's allowing you to feel stable. It's allowing you to see your achievements, and it's allowing you to move forward from that Three of Swords and Five of Pentacles energy. You no longer feel in lack, pile number 2. You feel in abundance. The open heart, feel it all, and the emotion card, I feel like is also a message of not shelving any emotions and not dealing with it, but being so open to fully feeling the extent of that emotion right away. And when we are really open to that emotion and we let it move through us, that's when we are resilient. That's when we move through it. That's when we are open and we have that spring energy. Instead of shelving it and letting it sit and go stale and then making us feel sore in our bodies because we've let it like fester. That's the opposite of what you're doing. You are harnessing your emotions. You are letting them flow through you. Like that spring energy, you're adapting that emotion. You're letting it make you thrive, is another message coming through there. And I didn't want to not say that. So anyway, I'm done now. Bye. I'd love for you to drop down into the comments and leave the emoji of the coins, because you have strong Pentacles energy here, pile number 2. And if you enjoyed this reading, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I upload regularly. I hope to see you again soon. Bye. Hello, my pile number 3s. If you chose the clear quartz, then this is going to be your reading all about what you need to hear right now. You chose the Lucid Dreams Tarot deck. But I'm actually going to use the Work Your Light Oracle cards to be your signifiers. Oh, one jumped out. Did you see that? 2 more, please. What does pile number 3 need to hear today? We have Mintak and Longing for Home, Belonging, the Original Light Workers. We have Call in Your Tribe, You Don't Have to Be Alone. And Don't Dim to Fit In. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Alright, let's unpack what we have here, pile number 3. So I feel like with this card coming up, longing for home and longing for that belonging, there's a place that you either are feeling homesick for, whether you have like moved away from where you lived, moved away from your home country, moved away from your home city, whatever this is for you, you are longing for that place. If that does not resonate with you, it is longing for a place that you don't know exists. You know, when you're like, oh, I don't feel really that content with where I am right now, but I feel like I'm homesick for a place that I'm not even sure of exists or don't even know where it is yet. So maybe you are like looking for a place to like insert yourself, like insert yourself where? Sorry, I had to do that Bridgerton reference. If that doesn't resonate either and you're happy where you are living in your like home life, it can be looking for a place of belonging. Like, where is it that I belong in the world? Where is it that I am going to put my time, my energy every day? Like, where is it that I am showing up? Is a message coming through there. And then we have Soul Family, Call in Your Tribe. You don't have to. I'm just going to close this blind because I feel like the sun is currently stronger than my lights above, and it's not given. I mean, it's giving good energy for me, but for the camera, no. I'm getting the vibes from this card too of like, you know, speaking to your spirit guides and being like, okay, I need help today with being able to be okay with what's out of my control. I need help today with feeling calm when things feel chaotic. I need help today with feeling loved. Speak to your spirit guides because they do help us in so many ways. They are always there. I just feel like I need to show you this. Pile number 3. I had my aura read last weekend. I'm a red aura. These are like my spirit guides up here. They are always with you, and I just felt like I had to give you a visual representation there. If you've never had your aura done before, I highly recommend it. She gave me like an analysis of what my aura means and everything, but she gave me that message of like, call in your spirit team, like ask them for help when you're struggling with something on a certain day or a certain time in your life, and they will help you. They will help you move through obstacles. They will help you have fresh perspective. They will help you feel like you have backup. You don't have to do it alone. But also, this can be in the physical world too. Call in your tribe. If you've moved places and you are like no longer near all the people that you once spent your time with, make a network of people that you can call into your life, that you can establish that feeling with, and that is going to help you so much. When we moved to Australia, you best believe if I didn't make the friends that I have made, I would not feel so at home so quickly. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Just when I bought that aura card out there, you could see my light. It's like a red, magnetic, genuine, friendly energy. That's what I got told my aura is. If I dim that around people that I like, you know, have fear around, or I'm not giving my full self, of course they're not going to like me as much because I've dimmed my light. So don't dim your light to fit in. Let it shine. Don't be afraid of standing out. Don't be afraid of being different, because our differences make us. And believe it or not, our differences actually attract other people to us, and they inspire others to also be themselves too, because you best believe we all feel this way. Even huge celebrities, even our bosses, even, you know, people of higher hierarchy, which is just social conditioning, isn't it? Like, we give them that label. We're all born in different situations, of different backgrounds, of different advantages, of different privileges, but we are all born the same. We cry, we breathe in that oxygen, we are all equal in that way. No matter how high up someone is to you, they were born the same way as you, they're going to die the same way as you. Like, no one is God. If you needed to hear that just came out. I feel like those signifiers were quite strong. We have that Two of Wands coming out there for you. We have, that one wanted to come out, the King of Wands. High Wands energy at the moment, pile number 3. We have the Queen of Cups. Oh, yo, okay. Why am I always getting Three of Swords in the readings I've been doing lately? Like, is there a collective pain going around? Like, is everyone in pain? Because the Three of Swords keeps showing up. It even showed up in the last reading that I just did. So if you were drawn to pile number 2, go check it out, because the Three of Swords also came up in that reading. We have Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is all about making a decision. Do I stay in a place of comfort, or do I turn to a place of discomfort but expansion? Are you wanting to expand your life, or are you wanting to be cozy? And I struggle with this on a daily basis, because I love self-expansion, but I also love the comfort area. I feel like there's a fine balance. Pile number 3. You can choose self-expansion, but the way to bring your comfort zone into your self-expansion is by expanding just baby step at a time, and incorporating the things that bring us those little comforts in this. But if you choose your comfort zone and you never expand, you best believe you are going to feel out of alignment, because you are not taking that initiative, that action to grow as a person, and that's going to make you feel like you're longing for a place, like you're dimming your light, like you can't find your soul tribe because you are limiting yourself. So I feel like you have to take a risk and choose the self-expansion. But self-expansion does not just mean being really like scared of this like growing pain. You also can invite in those little comforts along the way to make it a little bit more easy to transition. Then we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is big picture energy, you know, like not just looking at like, oh, this week is just not the week. It's like looking at your whole life. Like, what can I do this week that is gonna make a huge imprint on my whole life? It's big picture energy. It's taking the charge, taking control of your life, and being very optimistic about what it is you are creating for yourself. Queen of Cups is being in a very like emotionally open place. It's feeling like you are really supportive of yourself, of the people around you. You're really compassionate, kind of mothering energy, that empath, that caring, that kind of like you want to take care of everything in your life. Three of Swords is that heartache. It's something we've lost. It's that pain. But also, this came up for me yesterday as well when I did a TikTok reading. And I felt like for the first time reading the Three of Swords, it can also mean like, what is it that feels painful in your body? Because our emotional pain also manifests in our body. So when something's hurt us in the past, like this might be something that's not hurting you now, something that's hurt you in the past can manifest in your body for a long time if you don't let it flow through you. I literally Googled yesterday when I woke up, because I've been waking up and my body has been in pain. And I'm like, is it normal to wake up in pain, like all over? Like, is that normal? This is usually dealing with emotional pain, but it also can manifest in your body. So if you are feeling like you've got aches and pains in the literal world, this is your sign, pile number 3, to let that flow through you. Maybe your body needs to move. Maybe you need to make an appointment to get your back cracked. But yeah, Three of Swords is probably one of my least favorite cards. I would prefer the Death card. I would prefer the Devil card. Three of Swords, Seven of Swords, my least favorite cards of the entire tarot deck, because it's literally heartache and someone deceiving you is the Seven of Swords. So there's something where you feel pain, and this could be in your past, could be right now, it could be in your future, but find ways to deal with this. And you've got the Queen of Cups coming up there, which is like being really emotionally aware of yourself and being really compassionate towards yourself and others. So I feel like you are the type of person that has that warm energy, but remember to have that warm energy with yourself when you're going through phases like this in your life. And when we do go through phases like this, it does create this like, because you know how they say you don't create change until you like feel enough discomfort where you are to actually make the change. Like you need to wait to get to that point before the change is made. And this is how a lot of us make change, because we are afraid of leaving the comfort zone until the comfort zone becomes no longer comfortable. That's a message that's coming through there too, because of that Two of Wands. So maybe this is a call for you to take a path where you are like leaving your comfort zone, following self-expansion. It's going to hurt, but it's going to be worth it. And then of course this further clarifies that message, because the moon is all about facing your fears, trusting your intuition, following when we are in the dark. What is it that you can see? The moonlight. Following that moonlight, which is signifying of your intuition. When you know you trust your intuition, you can't actually see the logical outcome. You can't see the end picture, that big picture energy. You can't see the big picture yet, but this is telling you to trust in the big picture, to trust intuition, that moonlight, to follow. Even though it can be scary to walk into the dark, tarot is saying like, take that path, take that expansion. It may feel scary, but taking that expansion is going to work miracles for your life. Let's see what other tarot cards we have for you. We have the moon. Okay, when I was in the aura reading last week, she said to use a different tarot deck to be the signifier. If a card comes up twice, it is a sign that that is like meant to really be in your reading. So the moon is what I was just saying, you have the moon twice. The moon is facing your fears, taking the path that leads to self-expansion, that following your intuition, even though you can't see the big picture, taking on that King of Wands confidence, that optimism, taking control of your life. Even though it can feel scary, you need to follow the moon, aka your intuition there on that one. I can't believe that came out. That was really cool. That just further clarifies to me. And yeah, maybe for you, pile number 3, for some people it might, like, your comfort zone becomes so comfortable, your comfort zone becomes discomforting, hence the 3 of Swords there, and that leads you to like be like, okay, I'm gonna face my fears and do this because it's just as uncomfortable as where I am. So Page of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Pentacles upright is usually you harnessing all your energy to focus on one thing, and it also can be like, because the page is the suit of messenger, so this can be like receiving something in your life, because the Pentacles is the physical world, your material world, receiving a message, a physical thing arriving in your life and focusing on this one thing. And because it's in reverse, it's like there's a resistance to having this thing arrive for you. So this could be like resistance to having a pay rise, resistance to buying new furniture, resistance to moving house, resistance to creating a baby, resistance to anything that is solid in the physical material world. So yeah, I feel that's quite aligned with your reading, pile number 3, since we have that like fear of expanding. So that's that resistance energy, resisting that expansion because of your fears. And that fear, like maybe you've got the fear of the 3 of Wands. Maybe that's why it's showing up. Like you're fearful of that like growing pain, of that like soreness, of deciding to leave your comfort zone. When you leave your comfort zone, like any fears you have, if you're like fearful of like losing people along the way or whatever, I feel like whatever's for you will not miss you. Like if they're meant to be with you, they will. They'll come with you. If they're not, they will fall away, and that is very scary to think about and in no way easy to confront. I feel like that is a message coming through for you. Sorry, the battery pack ran out, so I had to recharge the battery, and now it's a few hours later. The King of Wands. This just further confirms, because we have the King of Wands twice, Wild, you have the Moon twice, and the King of Wands twice. So this for me just speaks volumes of you are facing a fear, you're trusting your intuition and expanding. You have the confidence to do it, because the Wands is all about that like confident fire energy and taking control, taking the lead of your life. What's we got? The 3 of Cups. Love the imagery in this card. So the 3 of Cups is all about embracing your sisterhoods, your friendships, really enjoying the time of the people in your life. And I feel like this is something you're going to be doing more of, because we have that calling in your tribe. This is definitely calling in your tribe type energy. And then we have the 2 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so the 2 of Swords in reverse is like when you are facing decisions but you feel blinded. Your passions, I feel like, you're feeling blind to them for some reason, which is why we've got that darkness and the moon coming up. When you feel blinded and you are facing the dark, just trust that inner feeling and follow your fears. You have the confidence right now, and this is going to bring you to like opening the doors to your longing for something. And I feel like when you take that path of self-expansion, though there's fears involved, though you can't see the big picture yet, which the King of Wands is obviously about the big picture, following that path, even though you can't see, is what you need to do. And I've got another message coming through too, like when you dim your light, obviously the dimmer your light is, you can't see ahead of you. When you shine bright, you allow yourself to shine. It's going to like light up the dark. So it's going to make it easier to follow that darker path, if you get that metaphor at all. I'll pull one last card for you, pile number 3. What final advice does pile number 3 need to hear? Have wholeness, black mulberry, 33. So I feel like the word wholeness, straight away I'm getting that like big picture energy again. Wholeness, look at the whole entirety of the picture when you're thinking about your life. Wholeness gives me those wholesome vibes too, so do things in your life that bring you those feelings of wholesomeness, and that is surrounding yourself with the people that you love, doing the things that you love that bring you that fire energy. If you enjoyed this reading, I'd love for you to drop down to the comments and leave the emoji of the crescent moon, because you have 2 moons in your reading. I could say a full moon, but I feel like the crescent moon in this picture is speaking to me, because you are like embarking on the path. You're not at full moon yet. I love that you got 2 moons and 2 King of Wands too, so that definitely clarifies that this is something you're meant to hear. So leave that emoji of the crescent moon down in the comments. Let me know how it resonated. Give this video a like, subscribe, helps out so much, and hope to see you again soon. Bye. Hello and welcome my pile number 4s. If you chose the Carnelian, then this is going to be a reading all about what it is you need to hear at the moment. You chose the Starseed Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel. It is a beautiful deck. Let's see what signifiers we have for you today. What is it that pile number 4 needs to hear? Okay, we have... So you have surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. I love this card because look at the beautiful colors in this card. And it's ruled by Venus. Venus is like love, pleasure, luxury, all the beautiful things in life. It is the planet that rules the zodiac sign of Taurus, big Taurus energy. So this is like seeing the luxury that life has to offer, that nature has to offer, that, I don't know, looking at everything and seeing the beauty. Pile number 4, I'm feeling that energy for you. Breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. And this is all about kind of acknowledging that there are things outside of your control. When this card comes up, it is a reminder to let go of your grip on the outcome you want. Don't micromanage the universe, because the universe always has like a better plan than we even dreamed possible for ourselves. And we have loosen your grip. Did I just say loosen your grip? That is wild. I honestly did not see these cards. You just saw me shuffle. I had no idea what cards these were. Coping mechanisms, destiny, addiction, let God in. So I feel like the universe is kind of like knock knock knocking, let me in. I'm trying to like bring you to your Venus energy. So there may be something you want to manifest, pile number 4, that you are like micromanaging, and you're like, oh, why isn't it working? And you're like trying to make it fit, and you're trying to make it like work for you. And the universe is here like, no, it's not meant to fit. We've got something here waiting for you. So I feel like the advice they're giving you is to just kind of like let go, enjoy the things that bring you joy in life, and don't be so fixated on this one thing happening, because I mean, it may happen, but just in a different way that you thought that it would come into your life, if that makes any sense. Let's see what tarot cards we get for you. I'm really intrigued, pile number 4. Love when synchronicities happen like that. Let's see what we have. We have the Magician, Judgment, the High Priestess. Let's just say, before I unravel what we've got here, you have 3 Major Arcana cards. There are 22 Major Arcana cards, and I think there's like 78. Let's have a look. How many cards are there in the tarot deck? Yeah, 78 cards in a tarot deck. There's only 22 Major Arcanas. You've already got 3. Wild. King of Swords. And the 5 of Wands in reverse. Let's unpack what we've got. The Magician I absolutely love. If you felt drawn to, I think it was pile number 1. I'm not too sure, but there was another pile that had the Magician in it. And at this stage, I cannot remember which pile it was. So if you felt drawn to another pile, give it a watch. Maybe it had the Magician in it. The Magician is like being able to manifest whatever it is you want in life. And what I was just saying, pile number 4, is that you are trying to manifest something. I can really see that with all of these cards. And the universe is like, yeah, you have the ability to manifest this thing, but there may be something that's blocking you. Like you're trying to make it happen in a certain way, and that's kind of blinding you. So when you take a step back and you let go and you embrace the little things in life that bring you joy, and you kind of lose that lack energy, on the treadmill energy of trying to make it happen, that's when the universe is like, here's your reward, because you finally like allowed some space for it to be received. So loosen your grip. You literally, the universe is trying to gift it to you, I feel like is what is happening here. And Judgment is all about being called somewhere by a higher power. Like you have been called somewhere, and that it is quite a big manifestation in your life. It could be something like manifesting your dream home, or manifesting your purpose, or manifesting your dream career, or manifesting a baby, or manifesting just something really big, manifesting your life partner, manifesting something that is quite defining of your life. Then we have the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is a very spiritual, divine feminine type card. It is all about trusting your inner guidance, trusting in the higher power, and them working together. So this makes sense. The universe is like, don't micromanage me. I know what's best for you, but you need to follow your intuition, not your ego. And I feel like this is, the High Priestess coming up is like, you know, drop down into your body, drop into what it is you feel, not your ego. The King of Swords, and the King of Swords is all about clarity. It's about decision making and being very decisive. It's like the father figure. So I feel like the universe is kind of being like, let me father you for a moment, but also it's being clear about what it is you want. Maybe you're trying to manifest something and you're like a little bit brain fogged about how it's supposed to arrive, and so then you're micromanaging because you're trying to like make it happen. Get clear and release control of the outcome. 5 of Wands in reverse is all about avoiding a conflict. It's like releasing some sort of tension. So if you are feeling like there's tension with what it is you're trying to manifest, or that there's like something like it's making you stress out almost, I see this card coming up in the reverse position as you now becoming more relaxed and allowing that like cooperation with the universe, like agreeing to be like, okay, I trust you, I'm gonna do what I can do and release the control of the outcome and focus on my relaxation, focus on that beautiful energy we saw in this surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life card. Why? We have the 5 of Swords, Temperance, 9 of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups, and the the Hermit in reverse. Alright, so we have the Five of Swords twice. We've got it there in reverse and we have it here upright. So there is some sort of conflict you're having, and this could even be with yourself. So you've got like a conflict of interest within you, like I want to do this but I want to do that, and they kind of conflict each other. So that's why I feel like the King of Swords came out. Like, get clear on what it is you do want, because the universe can't help you when you aren't clear about what you want. So it's kind of saying like, hey mate, get clear, but like also don't micromanage me. Like, get clear on what you want, choose one thing at a time, and then we can help you. But when you have too much going on and you feel a little bit of brain fog and you feel like at conflict with yourself, we can't help you. So I feel like that is what that Five of Swords is letting you know. And the fact that we do have it in that reverse position, I can see that you will be letting go a lot more. Pile number 4. We have Temperance here too, which is balance. Balance your, your desires. Be aware of what you want. Get clear on them, but also don't overthink it. Don't be so consumed by it. Don't be so focused on it that you get too close to it and it feels too foggy, it feels too unrealistic. Whatever this is for you, balance yourself. Like, yes, know what it is, but be in the present. Enjoy your life. Because if you're not in the present, when are you going to ever enjoy any of your manifestations? Like, I can guarantee you right now you're living in some sort of manifestation that you had in the past. Enjoy that. Be aware of where it is you want to grow, of what it is you want to cultivate for your life. But if you don't have that balance, if you're not here in the now, how can you enjoy your future manifestations? So I feel like that is a message coming through there for you, pile number 4. We have the Knight of Pentacles, which is enjoying your accomplishments, which I feel like is on par with what I was just saying. Enjoy your past manifestations and see how they like connected in your life and how they came about, and things came about that you didn't even know that were going to happen, and have faith that everything is still going to be fine moving forward. Like, if you've always been fine, why would you not be fine moving forward? Have trust in the universe, have trust in yourself. The Eight of Cups is all about moving on from something that is no longer working for us. So with that Five of Swords energy, like, there might be something that you're conflicted about, like, oh, like this is something I'm really interested in and I've spent so much time on it, but maybe it's not right for you, and maybe you are feeling a little bit like, oh, I need to put this down and move on and focus on something else and cultivate something else for my life. But it also may just be like you just need to have that time for balance so that you don't have that brain fog. So walking away from it when you feel like it is fogging you. And this could be a message of like, yeah, walk away from it when you feel like you have kind of tipped your scales, and like, say you haven't eaten all day because you've been focusing on this project or whatever it is that you're working on. So you need to walk away from it and do the things like enjoying your life and having balance so that you can enjoy it. So this could be like a, yeah, okay, move away from this and move on to something else because something else is calling you in that Judgment card. But it also could be just like have that balance and walk away from it for the day and have those boundaries for yourself so that you know when this ends and another thing starts. If that makes sense whatsoever. Then we have the Hermit in reverse, which when it comes up in reverse, I feel like it's kind of saying like, invite people into your home, invite people into your life, go out and do things, and don't be so in your comfort zone, don't be so in your nest, because the Hermit upright is a time to go within, it's a time to be at home, it's a time to be with yourself. But when it's in reverse, it's kind of like, yes, you are content at home, you love your home space. How can you invite more people into that? How can you also extend who you are outside of that? A random message just to come up too of like, if you do work from home, how can you extend your connections out to the outside of home? Like, for example, I think about like, if I work from home, would I actually enjoy it? Because I feel like I'd go cuckoo. But having those routines, those plans of getting out and connecting with different people and different things is going to really give you that balance. So that's a message coming through in that Hermit reversed. And I will pull one last card. Wants to come out. We have Memory, Rosemary. So for you, pile number 4, memory coming up, I feel like is, I don't know, create memories, create more memories. With this card coming up too, like being present in your life and creating those memories that you can, A, look back on, enjoy in the moment, and look forward to, are important. So if you have tipped the scales and you're always working on one thing, or you're trying to micromanage something, you're not in the present. So I feel like the big message for you coming through from the universe is to be in the present, make memories now. Also, enjoy looking back on your memories, enjoy looking forward to memories, but don't be so fixated on your outcomes. So just to recap, we have let go and let go of your grip. Don't micromanage the universe. Have trust in the universe. Have trust in your own intuition. Enjoy the little things in life, in your daily life. And I love the colours in that card. Then you can create what it is you want with the universe. It's a cooperation. That's getting clear about what it is you want, but not being so fixated on what the outcome is going to allow the universe to deliver this to you. It's going to allow you to get rid of that conflict within yourself. Have more balance. Know when to walk away from things that are like, okay, this is done for the day kind of thing. Be proud of yourself and enjoy making memories. Even like on a Sunday night, sit down and plan out your week, plan out fun things, plan out self-care, plan out project stuff, and make sure all the things are happening so to keep that balance up. And also getting out of the house, like that's on par with what I was just saying too, like get out of the house, make plans to see different friends, to see different family members, and that's really going to fill your cup and bring all of that energy in this surrender to the sweetness Venus energy. So pile number 4, I'd love for you to go down to the comments and leave the emoji of the lotus flower, because I just feel like it's a beautiful kind of, I love the sparkling water in this, and I can just imagine like, oh yeah, there are lotus flowers. That's why I didn't even like notice it. Little lotus flowers here. So I feel like that is the big message coming through for you. Leave the lotus flower. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, subscribe, it helps out so much, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.